is Marzi Montezari of Anselmo and the Illegals, and you're listening to Metal Wani.
I'm here with Marzi Montezari for Metal Wani, and I'd like to start by wishing you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. How was your day? Was it good?
I spent the day with my awesome bass player, Stephen Taylor, working at his sister's house. So that's how I spent my birthday. But thank you for the birthday shout out.
No worries. How did Phil Anselmo and the Illegals get together?
This project came about together as a brainchild that Philip had. He wanted to do a solo record. He didn't want to do it with, he didn't want to have a super group. At the very same time, this idea was sparking around. I had contacted him after many moons. And we got together March in 2010, and we tracked a couple of songs with some drummer guy, and then time went by, and it just started forming into what it is now. I went in and spent a couple of months down there with him. We went on 2 different occasions and spent a couple of weeks there with him. And we made a recording that we didn't like so much, so we made a final attempt. We went back and then practiced for a whole month, and then we went into the studio, and then we finally recorded this thing. Probably about a year or so after, we recorded this thing about, it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I forget exactly when we finished actually recording this whole entire thing. We did all of it at the same time.
Yeah, of course.
The EP songs and Walk Through Exits, More to Gargantuas, and Housecore Horror Film Festival, the 3-song EP. That's those songs are gems.
Yeah.
Quite epic.
How did you find the whole process?
The whole process is, how would you say it? It's fulfilling, because we're doing what we love, and we're very no nonsense about it. We get in there, we work, and we kill the ego and let good things happen musically.
Yeah.
We treat it with love and respect, and we take if it's too many notes, we trim the fat. If there's not enough, we add. We do what the song asks for. So the process is, as such, it's purifying, to say the least.
Definitely. I think you guys have a heavy style that's quite different to the other bands out there at the minute. Do you guys feel that the scene at the minute's getting a bit too fluffy, if you know what I mean, or is it lacking a bit of that real metal?
All of the above, really. Everything you just mentioned. I don't quite have an opinion for the scene. The ones that are true to the art, in different genres, they're staples. Yeah. They're always going to be there. But then there's always the rehashed crap, they're just, that kind of almost, it's like saying a particular person of a race, is a piece of crap. I mean, calling the whole race bad because, you see a piece of crap in it. Yeah. It's like all these bands coming up and basically giving the bigger guys a bad name, and they're ripping off all the money shots, all the Slayer parts and all the Pantera parts, and making their own out of it. And that's in one particular genre, a lot of metal in America, sadly. There's no innovators, truth seekers, people who want to push the envelope because there's too much fucking, everybody's basically really greedy, man, wanting the money no matter what. There's not too many people wanting to bleed out there for the art, for the love of it. And there's just a significant difference and noticeable difference at the same time in the decline of music. At the same time, again, I will say there's great music out there, and that has to be sought out. But as far as mainstream goes, and it's sad. I think the way people, in America, they need to want it back. I don't know how you revert. But music is one way to actually be able to do that.
Yeah.
We have the freedom to actually speak, you know.
Definitely.
And the conditions that we live under, and actually changing every day in America, especially.
Yeah.
So, I mean, going back to your question, though, personally, I know that we're doing something which falls into the great category of heavy metal, but that's about it. As far as put it into a kind of like some genre, and you're not going to be able to because we don't even know what our next record's going to show. We have a lot of parts we've been messing around with, so it's very unique. And in our own tradition, all the songs will stand on their own and won't sound like anything else we've done in the past.
That sounds good.
Homage to heavy metal as a whole, be it whatever genre it is. You know, we grew up and loving every little bit of it. So we love everything, man. Everything from, you know, Venom to Black Sabbath. You know, we love everything.
Who were your main influences? Like, what just in general as a guitar player, really? Who have you been your main influences?
Almost going to sound generic to you, but I mean, I do have some oddball guys that I grew up in Houston that nobody would know about, right? People that big shots in Texas, you know, or used to be.
Yeah.
But, you know, growing up, Jimmy Page moved me, you know, the way the British bands were translating the blues,
yeah.
The way they were putting kind of like minor melodies in there, and they were kind of like taking the raw essence of it and putting a little bit of theoretical background to it. And so his playing and the way he phrased Jeff Beck also, I would have to say, the one, Jimi Hendrix. I mean, it's not me by sounding cliche, but I felt and truly their essence.
Yeah.
At one point or another, you know, and I still do hear the truth about their playing. But what shook me and moved me was Hendrix, and what really shook and moved me was Van Halen. And the way his approach to playing was so reckless, and the things that the number of things that he did that were innovative, and there were so many, and he didn't have like a fuzz box. He had a raw sound, and I would say, you know, prior to him, Brian May, with the guitar tone and the melodies, and just, you know, these are gods.
I totally agree.
And then it straight comes to Texas after that. And I'm being truthful. I saw Eric Johnson play, a guy out of Austin, on my own when I was 16, and it was a life-changing experience. And then, you know, the great Stevie Ray Vaughan and Billy Gibbons and ZZ Top. Those three I cannot even say enough about. And, you know, to add later on, too, who was my friend, you know, just such an inspiring soul to be around and to know and to watch execute was Don Mac.
He's the reason that I started playing guitar myself. Incredible player. What an inspiration.
He was the most consistent guy I had ever seen in my life. He was the most consistent. What I mean by that is my hero Eric Johnson is like way more technical and knows more theory and everything than all any of us metal guys do. But I saw him have a bad night. But yeah, I never saw Don Mac have a bad night, man. He was consistently on fire. He went to war every night.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? Have you considered doing another solo record since the one you released in 2001?
You know, that solo record everyone speaks of in 2001 was more of a demo that got leaked out with a cover and everything like that. So kind of I had the presentation of it. But that was like a 5-hour demo, stand-up jam. I'm going to revisit it. So yes.
Wicked.
I'm going to revisit it. Some of the songs I use with my band called Hideous Texas, which is a southern rock metal band. In the traditions of Allman Brothers and Skinner, but you know, heavier guitars, I would say. Heavy guitars. But definitely, it's got its, you know, both feet deep into the blues, man.
Yeah.
That's one thing evident about Hideous Texas. It's like, you know, deep Texas blues and beyond, and very psychedelic at the same time, too. The solo record, though, I think I'm going to not do something like where it's going to be unified sounding. Every song is going to be probably with a different artist. Try to do a solo record where I'm not even touring, you know. It might be more of a recording project where I get a bunch of my friends and then go into the studio and record a whole record, You know what I mean by that is, like, if I do a song with Hank, it's going to be strictly like hillbilly. And then if I do a song with Ripper Owens, it's going to be, you know, metal and, you know, two different vocalists, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on the same record, man.
Yeah, that'd be killer.
I'm going to put it on the same record. I mean, that's for a fact. Hank's going to be on it. Tim Owens, he'll be on it. Doug Pinnick, King's X-Fame, Voice of Soul. Yeah. There's no way I'm not going to jam with him. We've talked about it for 20 years. He's going to be on it. Mike Hager, Dead Horse, also a fellow Texan, incredible musician. You know, him and I actually were going to, you know, we were talking about stuff. Mike and I are, Mike Hager, Dead Horse fame. We got together to actually push forward a mellow project, an acoustic project. Songs that are, you know, some have some happy chords in it, but the vocals are darker melodies. But we have a string quartet that's going to back us up.
Nice.
So that's going to be kind of unique. And I will probably use the electric guitar, but I might not use it as I might not use a heavy channel on it. I might just continue on this project. You know, it's still going to sound heavy, but it's going to be like 80% acoustic guitars. Literally just 6-string, 12-string, mandolins, banjos, the whole nine on that.
That'd be wicked.
That project's going to be pretty cool. We don't have a name for it yet. Keep him busy, man.
Are you looking forward to your European tour?
You know, man, I love two things in life. And one is music, obviously. My first love, we're at the same time. I'm talking the age of 2 or something, you know?
Yeah.
My vivid memories was football. I'm not talking about American football. I'm talking about what we call in America soccer. Soccer's cool. Whatever you want to call it. I love the sport, you know. I loved it, you know. I was determined to actually be a professional player. I'll tell you about when I was a run. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
7, music really took a hold of me. And I thought I was going to go one way or the other. But by the time I, you know, became a team, man, and the funds weren't available to play in a club, I just seen that the music, you know, guitar was free to practice. So
yeah.
I just picked that up and took off with it. So the World Cup's going on in the month of June. And I think the first game happens to be on our first gig, which is in Switzerland. And then I get to do both things that I love. I don't get to play it, but I get to watch something I've been watching since I was a kid every 4 years. All on tour. I'm so looking forward to meeting fans, man. Being a little selfish about talking about the soccer, the World Cup, but it's going down while I'm playing in Europe, so and I think the atmosphere there is going to be really awesome. I can't wait to play, though. Music's my first love. I mean, I love it as a sport. It's become the love of my life. You know, this was my calling, and I can't wait to meet the fans, man. I can't wait to play the different sounds. I have family in Europe I haven't seen since I was a child, so I'm looking forward to meeting up with a couple of cousins, one in France, one in Holland, and meeting new family, man.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to playing it, man. When it really comes down to it, I really don't, you know.
Sounds amazing all around.
That we go out there to execute, we go out there to monitor our set, and we live for it.
Sounds wicked. Are there any shows in particular that you're looking forward to?
Every single one of them. I have no expectations or I have no idea what's in store. I hear, you know, Philip has mentioned Hellfest and certain things about that did, and, you know, just from what other people have said from this or that.
Yeah.
You know, if I don't even know exactly what places we're playing, I have to have it in front of me. So, you know, I treat it like that, but we're going to, you know, every night is important. Every show is important. Doesn't matter if it's a Monday night or if it's a Saturday night. Every one of them is important. We treat it exactly the same. I'm looking forward to every one of them. If I told you any different, yeah, I'd be lying. I think we're playing maybe a smaller venue in Holland, and then we're playing Hellfest. So there's a two significant difference in crowd size. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to equally love them each the same. I've got a show coming up in Houston, but it's a one-off show on May 17th. But I do want to tell you this. Monday, Steve, Blue, and I are going out to New Orleans, hooking up with Kate and Phil, and we're going to go down to the Big Easy Award in New Orleans. We got nominated for Best Heavy Metal Band, along with Star and Dagger and I God, we all think should win. But after that, we're going into the studio, man. And we're rehearsing for this tour. And I'm pretty dang sure, because we know our material pretty sure. We all have risk we're bringing to the table. So, we need a Legals record, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. I really am, because, you know, my Southern rock band is cool, it's different, it's got vocal harmonies, it's really different. The guitar playing is bluesy. This one, though, this band, you can't compare what your apples and oranges. But Philip, in this project, you know, it's like living and breathing fire. We're pushing something. We're doing something different. So you want to push yourself. Come up with an innovative riff, that note, that's something different, that's something that hasn't been done yet. Or it has been something that's been done, but it just hasn't been done yet. You know what I mean? We believe that things are there. It's already, we're not creating anything. We're not creating anything. What we're doing is we're discovering it. You know, discovering it. We're wanting to force something. And, you know, that's purification again. Going back to purification. You realize what you're doing through the practice of it. And that's what we're going to do, man, on the second record. And I'm looking forward to it more than just like the fans are. The hardcore fans that really want to hear that second record from us. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you, man.
definitely.
I'm with you. I'm waiting to jam with these fools next week. I really can't. I'm looking so forward to it.
I'll be wicked. I look forward to hearing the new album once you've finished it, and look forward to seeing you guys when you come out to tour Europe. That'll be amazing.
Oh, absolutely, man. Looking forward to meeting you in person, and yeah, I cannot wait.
Wicked. Thanks for your time, man.